You know that sound, that mysterious ringing or humming that seems to come from absolutely nowhere? Well, what if that phantom sound, which we call tinnitus, isn't some ghost in the machine? What if the cause is actually lurking right inside your medicine cabinet?
If you've ever experienced this, you are definitely not alone. Millions of people go on this kind of maddening hunt for a sound that, well, it isn't really there. It's a phantom that lives right inside your head.
It's a totally personal experience, really. A unique little symphony of phantom sounds. For some people, it might be a really high-pitched whine. For others, it's more of a low electronic buzz. This is the reality for people with tinnitus.
A lot of us blame loud concerts or maybe an injury for this phantom sound. But what if the real culprit is something we take to, get better? Today, we're going to investigate that hidden link between everyday medications and tinnitus.
Okay, so first things first, let's get a crucial distinction straight. Tinnitus isn't a disease itself. Nope, it's actually a symptom. Think of it like a distress signal coming from your auditory system, from your ear all the way up to your brain.
So to solve this mystery, we have to go to the scene of the crime. And that means taking a journey into the incredibly delicate, super complex world of the inner ear, because this is where the damage happens. Deep inside your ear, there's this amazing spiral-shaped marvel called the cochlea. You can think of it as your body's own personal microphone. Its job is to turn all the sound waves from the outside world into electrical signals your brain can actually understand.
And inside that cochlea, we find these guys, thousands and thousands of tiny, microscopic hair cells, all lined up in these perfect, neat rows. They're kind of like the keys on a piano, with each one tuned to a different frequency. Together, they create that rich tapestry of sound that we hear every day.
All right, so now that we've seen this delicate machinery, let's meet our main suspects. It turns out that hundreds of drugs, from life-saving antibiotics to simple over-the-counter painkillers, can have a really devastating side effect.
The scientific term for this is ototoxicity. Let's break that down. Oto is for ear, and toxicity, well, that's for poison. So it literally means ear poisoning, and it can lead to hearing loss, problems with your balance, and you guessed it, tinnitus.
And these culprits? They are hiding in plain sight. We're not just talking about some obscure chemicals here. We are talking about powerful antibiotics, life-saving chemotherapy drugs, and even the quinine that's in your gin and tonic.
So the big question is, how do these drugs actually carry out their attack? How do they turn that beautiful, orderly system we just saw into a source of constant phantom noise?
The damage is, well, it's devastating. Just look at this. On the left, you see those healthy, perfectly ordered hair cells. And on the right, that's the aftermath of an ototoxic drug. It's just chaos and destruction, silence where there should be sound.
And this physical destruction is really just the beginning. When these super delicate hair cells get damaged, the brain's connection to the world of sound gets severed. And when the brain gets confused, it can start to generate its own noise. And that is the phantom sound of tinnitus.
But it turns out the hair cells aren't the only victims here. Ototoxic drugs can also attack something called the stria vascularis, which is basically the hidden power source of the entire inner ear.
Think of it like the battery pack for your hearing. It provides the power, it maintains this really delicate chemical balance, and it delivers vital oxygen. So when it fails, the whole system can just collapse. So you'd think, right? If a drug-induced problem is the issue, then the solution would be more drugs. But what the medical world says now might actually surprise you.
It's a really frustrating irony, isn't it? The official clinical guidelines actually recommend against using medications or supplements to treat tinnitus. Why? Because the evidence that they work just isn't there yet.
But, and this is a big but, don't lose hope. This number right here, 267, it represents a huge wave of new research. It's the number of clinical trials that are happening right now, all searching for a way to finally silence that phantom sound.
The scientific community is attacking this problem from every possible angle. They're developing new drugs designed to protect the ear, and they're even exploring some really radical new therapies like RTMS, which actually aims to retrain the brain itself.
And that all brings us to the ultimate question. Can we actually reverse the damage? The holy grail of tinnitus research isn't just about masking the sound. It's about regenerating those delicate structures of the inner ear. Could we, one day, silence